Well, good morning and welcome back to Arran. So we slept quite well actually last night. We were pretty exhausted. We'd got up at 5 a.m. to catch the early ferry. We couldn't really find a suitable spot to camp, so we had to go carry on walking for quite a long time. But we found somewhere fairly suitable in the end. Swarmed by midges, but we got set up, got in the tent, and just went to sleep pretty much immediately. But yeah, waking up this morning, there was just a lovely breeze, which meant that the midges were kept away mostly. So we were able to actually get up, have a wash in the river, and just get everything sorted out kind of at a leisurely pace. Our plan for today is to head up Glen Rosa, which is where we are now. So we're going to be walking up this glen and reaching the saddle, which is a saddle point between these two mountains. One of them you can see just about there. And when we get to the top of there, we'll be then heading down the other side, down Glen Sannox, I believe, towards Sannox. And then we're just going to be heading north around the coast. So we'll just be following the Arran coastal path at that point. But we're not entirely sure where the most suitable place to wild camp tonight is. So we may end up having to walk a little bit further than we'd originally planned. Water is just so beautifully clear, extremely cold but extremely refreshing. Ha ha ha! So there's an absolutely glorious breeze today, especially down this valley, which is good for two reasons. First of all, it's keeping all the bugs away, the flies that we had yesterday and the midges. And it's also so good for just cooling off, because it really is very, very sunny today. And if you can see, there isn't really a cloud in the sky. In fact, there isn't a cloud in the sky. So I've been very, very lucky.
See you at the top.
And that's not even the best view. So I think that just up there is Goat Fell, which is obviously where we were yesterday, and we were looking down at this point. Pretty amazing. We can actually hear people up there. Hopefully you can hear me. There's quite strong wind here as the wind's coming, channeling up Glen Rosa and then down into Glen Sannox, but just absolutely breathtaking, honestly. Would you reckon, ever? Yeah, that's a thumbs up. So we're just probably going to have a quick breather here, and then we're going to be heading down into Glen Sannox, following the river to Sannox. Well, there we are at the bottom. It got pretty tricky pretty quickly, to be honest. It got quite scrambly at parts, and we ended up losing the path because it was just so hard to discern where the path was and wasn't. I don't know if it's because there's been a lot of water damage to the path, but it was all quite loose, and yeah, we had a few close calls, but we got down okay. We just had to go really slow and steady. It took us quite a long time. I don't think we'd recommend coming down that way if you're carrying gear and stuff, and even so, just be really careful. And
if you're not comfortable with scrambling.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with scrambling, probably not good to come down that way, because it wasn't. A lot of it from the very top was quite steep and quite tricky. So yeah, we're happy to be down now. So we've just been discussing what we should do this evening because we realised that the place that we were going to potentially stay might be overgrown. So the place that we were going to go to might not be suitable, in which case we'd have to go all the way there and then come back down to where we are now, which is just outside of Sannox.
Because there's nowhere beyond there to camp either.
Yeah, there's nowhere really beyond the intended spot for a long time. We'd have to go all the way to La Cranza.
So we've decided we're going to fill up on our water and then head back to a spot we saw about 10 minutes ago, because that means that we'll only have to do 1 extra hour tomorrow.
So we've set up camp, and we're now just going to have our dinner on our own little private beach here. Views are pretty good and the weather's still lovely, so we're probably just going to eat here, maybe go for a little stroll down the shore, and then we've got quite a nice view from our tent, so we might open up both the doors and just get in there and maybe listen to an audiobook or something. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
See ya.